Tony calls.
See, I'm back on my.
Hey everybody, thank you all for tuning in to Just Another Podcast with your host, Tyler the Comic. I'm joined by Dylan Urban, Brandon Taylor, and Jordon Yates.
What's up, y'all?
We just had a great show tonight. Jordon Yates is from Austin, Texas. Brandon Taylor's from Chicago. Well, originally from here, correct?
Yeah.
Originally from here, but he's up in Chicago right now.
314, what's up?
So let's go down the line real quick and let's get your opinion on the show.
Good show.
Okay.
Amazing comedy. I love the scene tonight. Good turnout.
Perfect. What about you? How do you feel? How does it feel back in St. Louis for a little bit?
Well, it feels really good being back in St. Louis. I got to see my mom.
Well, that's good.
That was cool.
That's
you know
awesome.
What I'm saying? Good to check on my mama.
Absolutely.
I love you, mama. I love you.
And
she made this bracelet
oh, that's awesome.
right here. Yeah.
I also love you, Mama.
Yeah. People
His
love
mom.
you, mama.
How was your first time being here in St. Louis?
Man, very interesting, dude. It's interesting being out in the Midwest, and I'll be honest, except for one time in Canada, this is the furthest north I've ever done comedy.
Well, that's awesome.
I didn't know that.
Well, thank you for coming. It was really cool. Your set was awesome, man. I was back there laughing so hard.
Thank you, dog. I appreciate
It
that.
was awesome.
Y'all were doing some good work also, dude. Brandon, really good work, dude.
Nah, man, it was a great night. I want to say, man, Tyler, man, a hell of a job tonight. Putting this together, producing
Yeah, dude,
this
thank you
whole
for
night,
having us, dude.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank you.
you for having us.
Absolutely. It's awesome to set up a stage and put all this, like, I try to make everything like dedication to the intro music. Is, you know, we're still working out the kinks, but I try to put it on for like the comics to have the best setup because, you know, why,
Yeah.
that way everyone has a
Man,
good
we
time.
got a stage, we have microphone, we got lights. You couldn't ask for much
Yeah.
more, right, America?
Right. But yeah, this it was definitely a fun time. What are you guys gonna do while you're in St. Louis? How long are you here for?
I
Just
leave
the
in the
weekend?
morning.
You leave in the morning?
I leave in the morning.
I'm here till Monday morning, so I'm going to spend all day tomorrow exploring St. Louis.
Nice.
If anybody wants to come with me, I'm filming some content for my new thing I'm making called Jordan Does the Most.
Okay.
And it's so basically the concept is go ahead.
Where can we find it? Because I'll plug it.
So I don't know yet.
Okay.
I just am starting to make it.
Okay, you're good.
I'm already tuned in.
I'm already tuned in.
So here's my concept: is it's like Jordan does the most, and then a colon, right?
Okay.
And then like I've been doing right now, like Jordan does the most Texas thing, and I just go around and ask people to the lav mic, like, what is the most Texan thing I can do?
That would be really
and then I
good.
go do it. So right now I'm asking people, what is the most St. Louis thing I can do?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go do it. And then it turns out very hard to edit video and audio.
Yes.
So it is
Yes.
taking me a long time to put these together, but
It is.
I'm going
It
to.
is.
They will be out.
Listen,
It's time consuming. When you don't have time, it's
listen. He sees me
Facts.
like every little clip. You know, you can make 4 different clips to make one big long one. You're like, cool, I did something really good, and no one watches it.
Right.
So,
Boy,
but that's the
my
part.
mama watched mine.
Well, that's good. That's good. Hopefully, she watches this one. Shout out, mama.
What up, mama?
But no, while you're in St. Louis, I suggest you go up to the Arch. Check that out.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. I got to
yeah.
go see the Arch. Somebody said I got to go to the museum, or not the museum, the
City Museum.
Museum
Yeah,
is
so yes, I heard the
facts.
City Museum
Yeah,
and
that's
then
cool
the
if you're a kid.
zoo.
The
Yeah,
zoo's
the
free.
zoo.
I would
Zoo's free.
recommend the zoo.
I was just
It's
gonna say
free.
that.
It's a good time.
That's what everybody gets this excited
Yeah.
about the zoo, which Dallas
free.
has
It's
a great
free.
zoo, dude. It's free.
It's free.
Basically, you
The
can't
selling
lose
point.
nothing.
No.
It's free.
No,
Come to the St. Louis
Facts.
Zoo. It's free.
it's free. What more could you want?
We got a polar bear.
No, so my girlfriend's from Alabama, and she explains about how the zoo's so expensive, and half the animals are dead. And like when we go to our zoo, yeah, I know, right? You pay $40, and half the animals are dead. And we go to our zoo, and you walk around, and you got every animal. They look beautiful. Their enclosure's good, and it's free.
And it's free.
And it's free.
I would also suggest that you go check out the corner of Kings Highway and Natural Bridge in St. Louis. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful.
You will
This
get.
has to be prostitution.
Beautiful scenery.
This has to be.
Why I gotta be
He's not-
prostitution? Because the black man.
You,
said it.
you
Why I
gotta experience it.
Just the way that these two guys are laughing.
What y'all tell him?
Natural Bridge is actually, they've been doing work.
Beautiful
Work.
scenery.
Yeah, Kings
Beautiful
Highway and Natural
scenery.
Bridge.
The graffiti is to a
Beautiful.
minimum. You know.
Cities to a minimum.
Y'all heard them say that. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You're from Dallas?
Originally, yeah.
Dallas, Texas, right? Have you been to like a trail ride?
A trail ride?
Yeah,
Is
Like
this
have I ridden
code?
horses and stuff?
I guess. Is that what they do at trail rides?
It's got a whole different kind of trail ride.
What they be doing at the trail rides, bro? I heard about them.
We smoke blunts and ride dirt bikes in my kind of trail riding.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What kind of people are you having next to
Wheelies and
me?
hill climbs.
He does
We be
wheelies.
doing it.
He from Granite City.
He does
huh?
wheelies.
I know.
No. He's from
South.
Hillsboro.
It's the Hillsboro South.
Hillsboro.
Oh snap!
Jefferson County.
Ain't
Yes,
that where
sir.
the bubbleheads be? The bubbleheads?
Bubbleheads? What's that?
I have no idea.
We got cowboy
I
hats
Google
where I'm
searched.
from.
I Googled it.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, dude, I didn't spend a whole lot of time in like Horse, Texas, but I did spend a lot of time in Bonfire, Texas.
Talk your shit.
I think that's more so. That's like, you know, when you're like 16 and you drive an hour and a half away from like the closest civilization, and somehow there's 100 other teenagers and some 40-year-old dude selling shrooms, and like
So,
All right, I got another question.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
and
wanna
then a
ask you.
giant
When
fire in
was
the woods.
How old were you when you got your first cowboy hat? That's what I want to know.
they're at birth. I thought they come out.
Like, look at
I was
birth.
They got
birthed
little
with a
ones.
You
cowboy
were birthed
hat
with a
on.
cowboy hat on?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I wa-
Like, you look like Yosemite Sam right now, and that's fucking nuts, bro.
Listen,
I like to. My vibe is I'm trying to go for like the Marlboro Man if he like ate the cigarettes instead of smoking them. You know,
You
what I'm
like you sound like your voice. If it was deep enough, you could be like a Coors Light guy. The banquet beer.
banquet beer.
so I was showing Josh the other comic. It's an old reference. Tom and Jerry back in the day. There was a different mouse. He had the white mustache.
Yeah,
he pulled
the
the whisker
grandpa
off to do
mouse.
the guitar.
Like-
That's who I thought he looked like. And I'm gonna do a little
That's
sticker.
dedication.
Give me a guitar. I'll hit a lick for you.
I'll do a sticker here, and I'll do a reference of the mouse because I'm showing everybody. I'm like, dude, he looks just like the mouse.
I
It's
look
great.
just like the mouse.
That's fucking cool.
Here, let me
that-
give them
that-
this.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
All right.
For a
Do you
limited
have
time.
questions for us as the interviewer?
Honestly, I'm just so happy you guys are here. We had a fun time. So
Oh my God, he's getting
I'm just
his
glad to
nut
be
off.
here.
I'm just so happy to be
I'm just happy to be here. I just want to be a part of this.
No, I feel like Ricky Bobby. Like, what do I do with my
I
hands?
just want to be in the
hands.
No, man.
No,
No,
you
you gotta have questions for us, man.
All right, my bad.
Otherwise, this is whack.
I wasn't expecting to shoot a podcast. So,
Okay.
how long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy. It'll be 10 years in 2026.
Okay. How
Wow.
long have you been?
So I am coming up on 7 years pretty soon. Six and the 3/4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the best and what is the worst thing you guys have seen in your time? I know it's kind of a loaded question. I'm gonna give you guys some
Like,
time
are
to
we
think
talking
it.
about like clubs, venues, comedians? Like,
Just-
what kind of shit do you want me to talk?
When someone says, "Hey, as a comic, what is the worst thing you've ever had to deal with?" Okay.
If I tell you what, I came out to St. Louis. I'm just kidding.
Talk your shit.
There was
then.
only
All
like 5 people.
No,
in the
fucking
crowd.
All right.
no.
Let's see what we doing now.
I just want to know because, like, as a fan of comedy, I'm always looking for the best part, but obviously everything comes with a low, and I'm always like, no matter how low it is, I almost feel like it's still worth it. So I just want to know.
Man, I was just telling both of y'all earlier. I mean, I wouldn't consider this a low because okay, the worst it's ever been. The worst it's ever been. I went and did a show in this town called Grandsbury, Texas, which is an hour south of Fort Worth.
Okay.
And I have a joke, and in that joke, I part of it's not a joke to be a feminist, but part of my joke is that I am a feminist.
Okay.
And I had 3 elderly women. I had been doing pretty good up to that point. And then I had 3 elderly women. When I said that, all 3 of them looked at me. They put their hand on the table and they went, and it just kept going worse from there. It just was bad.
Yep,
It was just another 20 minutes of me just
Damn.
looking at angry white people.
And you try to dig yourself up out of that hole.
Right, I'm like, you don't like country music? I'm like,
The interesting part about doing stand up is more so like
but even that was
you
fun.
could just hit the next track on music. There is no just hit the next track with jokes.
Yeah.
So you kind of gotta like fumble your way through that shit.
Especially if
to
you've
get to
got a
the next one.
plan, you know?
Yeah.
I come up to stage, I got a plan. Like, where I'm ending starts with where I start. And so it's like, I feel like whenever I'm like if I get 5 minutes into it and all of a sudden they decide that they don't fuck with me, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, because you know it's like it's only going down from here.
Right, there's 10 more minutes.
Worst situation I've had as doing stand up. I'm doing a birthday party. I believe she was turning 60. There's cake. There's music. There's a photo booth. There's even a bar. So it's a lot going on.
Yep.
And then you look to your left and there's 15, if not 20, kids under the age of 10. And everybody's staring there like, yeah, bring on the comedian.
Tell us funny, clean jokes.
At a certain point, I said, I had to ask them, have you guys ever heard of stand-up comedy? Have you ever heard jokes before?
Right. I mean,
And they were like, yeah. Wildin'. I'm like, well, I don't do that.
Yep. You guys got the wrong the other Brandon Taylor. That was the other Brandon Taylor.
I don't have no idea what you guys want me to do.
So what's a pro? Like what's the best thing you got off stage of killing it and it's like you're just on this high? Is that the best thing, or just meeting people? Or because I would say one of my favorite things is meeting new people that I never thought I'd even have contact with if it wasn't just doing stand up.
I think the best thing for me is I love it. I love even the shows that are not the best, that are not like the best ones that like come off super hot. I love it when I win over somebody, like when I win over the crowd. When I can let's say, and it happens, dude, people bomb, I bomb. Let's say the comic before me just bombed hard, dude, just bombed hard. And it's a rough crowd already. So they don't want to laugh.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear about how much I look like a lesbian. They don't care.
They don't care at this point. They do not care at this point.
Yep.
And then what I love, and there's this place, shout out to Elgin, Texas, Liberty Tree Tavern, dude. This bar show that I do there, the owner, I'm pretty sure he hires us just to heckle us. They have a MAGA shrine in the back of the bar. I'm not joking. They have candles and everything, dude. And like, and so
Holy shit!
it's like a whole thing. It's great. It's like, but it's like it's a rough room, dude. It's a rough room. And the best thing, I won over maybe 75% of the audience.
Wow.
By the end of it, and even then, it took me about like 10 minutes into my set before I got there. But by the last 5 minutes, dude, they were feeling it.
That's what's up, man.
That's awesome.
I had somebody come up, an old lady. She was like, "I didn't want to like you.
Wow.
I didn't want to like you. I didn't like what you were doing, but man, boy, you made me laugh." And I was like, "You're welcome, Barb."
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
you know what? That's real. I did in 2020, I did a chili cook-off for a Trump party. 2020. Nice people, good chili. You know what I'm saying? Set didn't go good at all. Set didn't go good as shit. I had smoke in my ass because they had a bonfire. I was probably more nervous than ready to be funny because I'm like, are you motherfuckers finna roast me?
That's the worst smoke.
I didn't like that. I wasn't sure. I was uncomfortable. But they were nice people. They treated me right. It was cool. I got paid. You know what I'm saying? So I would never talk bad, but it wasn't a good set.
Yeah.
It didn't go good. They was trying to. They asked me, did I know Candace Owens? And I was like, she was my cousin or some shit. Like, no, I don't know who
Do you know
he
the most
is.
racist black lady in America? Like,
Never met her. It's nuts.
And so do it. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Now we're back. What I originally was saying was, what is? Fuck, I don't even know what to ask. With how long you've been doing comedy, what's your goal in the end of it? Like, where are you trying to be at?
so I've been doing stand-up for 6.5 years now. A little over 6 years. So shout out to Daryl Falsberg, dude. He's a guy that runs a scene out in Paris, Texas, dude. Which Paris, Texas is like not a huge city or anything, but he's out there and he runs a scene. And this guy, and not just that, he works all over the road. He's a professional comedian. He works clubs all over America. You know what I mean? And
Salute.
he's a fantastic comedian, dude. And he, you know, the thing is you don't have to be Bill Burr. You don't have to be that dude.
Mm-hmm.
This guy put both of his kids through college.
Wow.
Doing stand up, dude.
That's pretty cool.
And if I could, that is my dream and goal, is to be able to just be a working full-time artist. I just want to be an artist, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. That's a really cool dream because, like,
Absolutely.
starting off, that was something that I realized is like, yeah, you can be a comic, but you don't have to be the #1 comic in the world. Like, you can
Right.
be good at what you're doing, and that's something that took a pressure off my shoulders. It's like, oh, I don't have to be the absolute best. Cool, I can just try and get better. So, what's your goal at the end of this, and how long you've been doing it? So, I'm sure you've seen a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, I've seen ups and downs. I've seen people come and go. I've seen people come back and go. I just want to do something that I'm proud of. So what that might look for me now is to produce something like an album. I'm not going to call it a special because comedy specials aren't special no more.
That's a great way to, yeah.
They're just shit you put out now. So yeah, to be able to produce an album of a body of work that I can be proud of. But I'm living the journey.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? I get to wake up and say I'm a comedian versus dreaming about being a comedian.
Right.
So I appreciate the greats for who they are, what they've done. I'm not looking to be Bill Burr because we already have those.
Right.
Now I'm just looking to
Brandon.
continue to pass the torch.
Brandon, do we buy our pants at the same spot, dog?
You know what? We might. You know what? I promise you, man. I love Texas. While the platform is out here, I love fucking Texas. Okay.
Fix your
I tell you
drug
what,
laws.
If I had money, I tell you what to do. Go downtown, buy a food truck or two.
There you go.
Crazy about a food truck. I would do that with you right now.
Hell
Goddamn
yeah,
it.
dude.
He was asking if people
I'm so
play
sorry.
country. No, you were
Oh
asking
yeah, I
if
was
people play
asking
country
if people
music.
play country music out here, and
God
was
damn
like,
it, I do, man. Got friends in low places. I sure do.
Yeah, I
yes,
got
sir.
They do. They
friends.
play.
Yeah. I sure the fuck do. Let me ask y'all something.
Okay.
There was a comic that you would like to emulate or pay respect to when you're on stage. Who is that comic?
Okay. I feel cheesy saying mine, but that's just because it's
It's
the one
okay.
I watch the most and I just gravitate to. It's Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
It's not like I know all the original comics.
Respect,
it's just something
respect
about
Bert
him.
Kreischer. Respect the Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer's the reason why I convinced myself I could do stand up.
That's
Because
crazy.
I saw the machine and I was like, oh, you can just tell stories?
Yeah.
Because all the time I thought you had to be smart.
Yeah,
No
right.
offense to Bert Kreischer or
Right.
anything, but
Yeah.
I thought you had to like be able to like just like say stuff that you like made up in your head and just wrote it down and like, and then
Yeah.
you had to like, you know,
But I think
I'm not that smart.
Because in so many ways, you might think if I can't do what Jerry Seinfeld does, I'm
Yeah.
not it.
well, I think for me, he has the personality and able to speak out that I want to, but I'm not comfortable yet. Like I'm trying to achieve that comfortability to be like himself in every room. And like be open about it and not, just be happy. But that's who I enjoy the most. Like if he's on a podcast, I don't care what other.
He's a fun
podcast, I watch it because of him, but
Yeah.
because he makes it his own podcast essentially. But
Yeah.
who's yours?
I tell you what, it's changed a lot over the years. I was really inspired by people like Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer to get started. I like storytelling comics. And right now, the person who I emulate the most, I think, is actually Nate Bargatze.
Okay, Nate.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, sir.
I think it's something very serious to be a good, clean comedian.
Okay.
I was just telling somebody earlier, when I first moved to Austin, I thought I was like an edgy, dirty comic coming out of Dallas. But then I moved to Austin. I was like, dude, I'm not even close to these guys' edge.
Yeah.
I'm like 20 feet away from the edge, and
Yep.
they're jumping off the cliff, dude.
They push that line.
Yeah, and so I realized pretty quick, I was like, well, I can't beat them at that game.
Yep.
And so I started cleaning up my act, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And started talking about my real stuff and real
Yeah.
shit that was happening to me. Instead of just trying to be like edgy or push, whatever buttons. And it has worked out so well for me. And somebody I think that does that so well is Nate Bargatze, dude. He just finds what is the funny thing. What is the funny thing about the normal thing? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
yeah,
I
that's
think
absolutely-
it's important to notice professionals who don't get lost in the fame, who understand the goal is just to tell a joke.
Yeah.
There are comics, I don't want to get too deep, but there are comics who will do jokes that are super woke or edgy that push boundaries, and that's cool, whatever. But
I'm not that smart.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to have.
Can we laugh though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can we just laugh
about it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to have a message. Sometimes it doesn't have to be deep. Sometimes it just needs to be funny.
Yeah.
So who's the comic you like to look up to? Because I mean, honestly, you're kind of getting thrown into this because I'm dragging you along. I feel like.
I mean, honestly, if we're going down to it, Robin Williams is probably my favorite
Interesting.
comic of all time.
How do you feel about the joke theft?
Just all of his, all of his, just the impersonations.
I was thinking quiet.
The way he goes from character to character.
Interesting.
I respect Robin Williams for the fact that he gave an energy to his performance.
That's where I'm at. I just, as long as you care.
To match.
I admire him in a lot that way because I'm a very physical comic.
Yeah, I did notice that. You did.
He's somebody that I have always. It's so funny because I did a Halloween comedy show at the Addison Improv one time, and they had all of the comics come up, and you did like 5 minutes in the style of like the comedian that you dressed up in, or like their jokes, literally.
Love that.
And then you do like your stuff or whatever. And I like spent like a couple of hours like watching Robin Williams stuff and like trying to emulate him and do him. And I was like, man, it literally. I wrote it down on my notebook, and I've taken it with me ever since. I wrote down, sell it. Yeah. Because that guy,
I got a partner.
Yeah.
I got a partner. His name is Chris Mosley. He's also gone by the stage persona of Silly Man. But dude taught me a long time ago, lose the cool, find the fool. The goal isn't for you to be cool on stage unless you're trying to be Andrew Dice Clay, right? The goal is more so to be funny. The goal is more so to be so, and then you find your lane with that. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's important that you don't lose sight of this is just to make people laugh.
Right. Absolutely.
We can't get to a point to where we're so conscious that we're over analyzing and prefacing and theorizing everything. Like chill for a second. Let's just have some fun.
Right.
And I'll argue with that, dude. I think, like I give myself some time to make a political joke about the governor of Texas or whatever. But, I also throw in a couple of stuff about eating cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to.
I learned that from
Comedy.
Dave Chappelle, dude. The kicker of the pussy one, dude.
Hey, look, man, you can never go wrong with a good pussy joke.
Absolutely.
A good pussy joke is fire.
Yeah. This guy's got a hairy pussy joke. I feel like I got like 2 or 3 pussy jokes. So I mean, they're good to go.
Yeah.
But
look, I've only got one in my hour, but I've got one.
But you got one.
Everybody loves pussy.
Because we ain't talking like we got specials out here. Netflix don't know our names.
Right.
We don't give a fuck.
So who's the comic you look up to and emulate? You didn't answer that question yet. Like, I think everyone else touched base. Who's the one you look up to?
Man, I hate answering this question because I feel like I'm not giving justice to somebody.
Right.
As we all do.
Right.
Yeah.
As we all do. But it's either D-Ray Davis or Deion Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I saw Deion Cole down in, he came through Austin, dude. He was
Deion
fucking
Cole
hot,
knows
dude.
how
He was
to
on
do
it,
a
dude.
show as a stand-up comic that is just
He was
chef's kiss.
Beating the shit
You know
out of
what I'm
Deion.
Knows how to
saying?
do it.
Is it as calm as I think it is? Like slow? Because I feel like slow. Or is he like up?
So what Deion Cole does, respectfully, I think as a comic, is he's going to give you jokes per minute. He's also going to give you aha moments, right?
Yeah.
No, he's not trying to be political, no mean, but he's going to give you aha revelations on dating. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
hey, how you should be treating your woman as a man, you know what I'm saying? Or ladies do like these sorts of things, you know what I'm saying? Because he's an observational comic in itself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But he know how to give you that notepad where I'm just gonna give you these zingers. You know what I'm saying? And it's just going boom, 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 boom. It's just dope to watch a guy like that work. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You see so much in the game.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming and putting on a great show. It was a fun time, and I can't wait. I hope you guys come back.
Absolutely.
And we can have another great time. If you guys want to plug your social medias, and I'll tag them at the end of this too. So we'll go down the line. So you can go ahead.
Yeah, WR450 Boy. Catch me on Instagram.
Official Brandon Taylor. Or you can also check hashtag I be joking.
And I am on everything as Jordan Just Jokes. And that's JORDON Just Jokes.
And I'm Tyler the Comic. We have more shows coming soon, so make sure you follow us on social medias at STL Comedy Studios, and we'll see you next time.
Natty Live!
I don't get them, Natty Live!
STL.
See, I'm back on my